Yo. What's up, my high value bros? What's up, King? What's up, guys? What's up, stars? Man, what's good with it? And what's up to all the high value queens out there, too? So before I jump into the video, man, y'all go ahead and smash that like button. You know what I'm saying? Tap the bell and subscribe. Give me that. Let's get it up to 2K. You know what I mean? I know it's been a minute. It's been almost 2 weeks. You feel me? But, you know, your boy been doing a lot of transitioning. And your boy's been doing a lot of, you know, adaptations and moving forward. You know what I'm talking about? So anyway, the name of this video is A Woman Scorned, bro. Listen, man. Women can become very, very fucking scornful, bro. Very fucking scornful. You hear me? And I just been doing some. I've been looking back, you know, in hindsight, and some of the women that I dealt with in my life, and I've had a few that were scornful. So not all women are scornful. Not all. So we're not gonna say this collectively. We're not gonna say this as a generalization. But it is a fact that women are scornful. You have to excuse. You got to excuse the background noise. I'm here in a restaurant. You feel me? I just ate some brunch, but I decided to go ahead and shoot this video or whatnot. But not all women are scornful, so we're not going to categorize them as all. But the type of women that do become scornful is pervasive, or at least it's a lot. Because if it wasn't a lot of women that become scornful, you wouldn't hear of the term or the adage, a woman scorned. You know what I'm saying? A woman scorned. So it's a real thing. I think there's even a song about a woman scorned. And so let's jump right into it. Let's talk about some reasons why women become scornful. Well, women become scornful when they feel like, you know, they've been played or finessed or whatever they perceive to have been played or finessed. This is how they feel internally. So because they can't really beat a man physically, or they can't beat a man mentally, depending on how intelligent he is, the only thing that they can do is try to destroy your future, try to destroy your character, try to destroy the very essence of you. And there's a couple of reasons why they may become scornful. Now, there are some, and you can't relegate these type of women to any particular lifestyle that they may or may not have. For example, let's just say hypothetically strippers, right? You know, like in my book, I've told you I've dated all kinds of women: strippers, model, actresses, professionals that are, you know, up until I've had over 1,000 romances in my lifetime, right? So I have a lot of experience. But let's say strippers, hypothetically, and you know their mentality. Let's say these toxic type of women that are predatory towards men that I tell you guys not to date. You know, strippers, sex workers, you know, OnlyFans workers, women who do porn, shit like that. Women in the sex industry, right? Because you already know they're going to be predatory towards sycophantic guys who trick off, guys who are simps, betas, you know, niggas like that. And that's basically what you have in society. Like most men today, I don't even call them men, most males today are betas, simps, cucks, and tricks, right? They fall into this category. So they come out of pocket first for women, and they're not really high status, not really high value. They don't understand their worth. They don't understand the psychology of women. They're blue pill. So with that said, they're easy prey for these women, and they just devour them, right? So these men, they typically pay for transactional sex, and this is the type of stuff that I talk about in my book. Now, when you meet a man like me who is high value, high status, things like that, right? Knows my worth, knows my value, things like that. We're not going to operate that way when it comes to women, because we, you know, have our shit together. We have, you know what I'm saying, priorities: divinity, health, purpose, and then women last. Things like that, right? take care of our bodies, etc. Sexual market value, all this stuff that I talk about, right? So when they meet a guy like me, and there's some type of an intercourse that takes place, you know, they're gonna feel as though, hey, I just gave him my vagina. So they have this entitlement of he's gonna have to pay for it in some kind of a way. Well, you know that I teach you guys to have women to meet you, right? Money, energy, effort, time. They have to invest in you just like you invest in them. It's reciprocal. It's reciprocal, right? A woman who loves you, a woman who cares about you, she's going to invest in you, right? Okay. With her money, energy, effort, and time. See, these women, they don't really care about you. They don't love you. All they give a shit about is you paying them for their attention, you paying them for their presence, and you paying them for any type of physical or sexual activity. Okay, and so when they do have sex with you because they perceive you to be this high status, high value guy, and then in turn they don't get what they want in terms of money, they don't get what they want in terms of they don't get what they want in terms of a relationship, they can become very scornful. Because remember, like I've told you guys before, women are the gateway to sex. However, we as men, we're the gateway to relationships. We're the ones that say, we're the ones that choose, yeah, I want her to be my girl. Yeah, I want her to be my wife or my wives, whatever. You feel me? They don't have that power. They have the power to say, yeah, I'll let him have sex with me. Either for transactional sex, or they'll have sex with you because they have a physical attraction to you based upon how they categorize you. You see what I'm saying? So that's one way they become very scornful, is when there's some type of a sexual intercourse that happens and you don't pay them in a transactional way for that sex. So now they feel like they've been played. So they can become very scornful, man. And they'll do anything within their power to hinder you. You know what I mean? They'll rob you. These are the type of women that cuts your tires, break your windows, burn your house, burn your clothes and shit. You know what I'm saying? Ruin your car, have it stolen, all type of shit, bro. And you know, I've been on the receiving end on all this type of stuff that I'm speaking about. You know, so and again, this idea of being scornful is not just relegated to like predatory women, sex workers, and things like that. You know, it's crazy because women feel so entitled, and they feel like that men are supposed to, you know, pay for them, pay for their very existence, pay for them just showing up, and it's weird. It's really fucking weird. All right. Another way that a woman can become scornful is like, okay, let's say that you're that guy for her, right? You're that guy for her. You're her world. She perceives you as this high status guy, this high value man, this thing, and it's going great. You know what I'm saying? You've raised the bar for her dating game. Like you raised the bar in terms of any man that she's ever met. You know what I'm saying? You've raised that status to the extent where she's head over heels in love with you. She's obsessed with you. She's in love with you. She wants to have your children. She wants to get married because you're that fucking guy that I teach you to be, right? And so when you break things off, a lot of times, you know, not all, but some, I wouldn't even say some, I would say many, not all, but many women, man, they can become very scornful when you break up with them. See, because you know, when it deals with us, right? If a woman breaks up with us, right, you're supposed to take it, and it's cool, and as you should, because you shouldn't want to be with someone that doesn't want to be with you, right? Move on, you know, learn a lesson from the time that you guys were together. Learn, you know, what happened, you know, in terms of, you know, why she broke up with you. Make those corrections, and you move on, right? So each breakup is basically an opportunity for you to become better at whatever deficit you had with her. You see what I'm saying? And this is the life path of a high value guy. You're always improving. You're always self-aggrandizing. You're always making yourself better. You see what I'm saying? So, but conversely, when you break up with a woman that's head over heels in love with you, that's obsessed with you, and she doesn't get her way, she doesn't get the baby, she doesn't get the ring, she doesn't get the lifestyle, she doesn't get whatever it is that you did for her, bro, she can become very scornful, because for her to get to that point, she's invested a lot of her money, energy, effort, and time. So she wants to be reciprocated on that. She wants a return on her investment. You see what I'm saying? And her return on that investment is usually what? A relationship, long term, marriage, children, things like that. And when you don't give it to her, she feels as though she wasted all that time. This is what she feels. But you've also invested in her too to get her to that point. You see what I'm saying? So everything that you did prior to that is out the window. All the great benevolent things that you've done prior to that is going to be thrown out the window. She's going to forget all about it. All she sees is red. All she sees is fire. All she sees is anger. So now she becomes very vindictive, very spiteful. You see what I'm saying? Very conniving, and will do anything that she can within her power to destroy you. She'll try to get you arrested. She'll try to smear your ability to make money, your livelihood, your reputation, all of that. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I've experienced that too very recently. And if you guys are on the internet, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. But I'm not into, you know, my life is not going to be on the fucking internet. My life is not going to be some fucking reality show bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Even though they trying to get me to do it. You know what I mean? But I'm not about that. I'm high value. I'm high status. I got better things to do with my life. You know what I'm saying? I got great things going on. So anyway, nevertheless, they would use all these strategies and machinations to try to get a rise out of you and to try to completely and utterly destroy you, because what they want, what they're basically saying is, well, if I can't have him, then nobody else will. You see what I'm saying? Nobody else can either. So they will even try to kill you. They'll try to fucking kill you. These are the type of women that will poison your food and watch you die slow. These are the type of women that have a life insurance policy and fucking hire a hitman to kill you. You know what I mean? So, and I've had a price tag on my head before. This is crazy. Like, at this point, what I'm saying, fellas, like it's become dangerous to be a high value guy, to be a high status man. You know what I'm saying? And to be a righteous guy, and to be a guy of morality, to be a guy of dignity, and you know, accountability and things like that. You see what I'm saying? Let alone being successful and handsome and a person that lives by his word with that type of integrity. So it's fucking dangerous. You know what I mean? It's a little bit even. I would eventually say it's easier just to be an average Joe. Like this high value man lifestyle that I'm pioneering. You know, it's not prevalent. You know, masculinity is waning. Like masculinity is dwindling. Guys like us are rare. And so when women meet a man like myself and men like you, they're gonna try to lock you in like ASAP, because we're that fucking limited. You know, it's supply and demand. When you're in high demand with low supply, that makes you fucking valuable. And they'll do anything within their power to get it. And when they lose it, they'll also do anything within their power to try to retain it, up until including fucking murder, up until including, like, you know, trying to utterly, physically, and destroy you in every fucking way. It's crazy. Emotionally, spiritually, financially, they would try to do this shit, man. So, you know, so they could become scornful over sex. They can become scornful over relationships if they don't get what they want out of that relationship. And it's fucking crazy, bro. It's fucking crazy. These women out here that are scornful, not all, but the ones who do become scornful, and it's quite a bit, because otherwise you wouldn't have this reality. It's fucking scary. So my caveat to you guys is to screen women even more now. Like, you got to start looking for red flags, like, early. So if they hold secrets, they don't fucking communicate much about their past, you know what I mean? You know, if they've already been through multiple relationships or marriages and shit, those are red flags. Really, if it's everything I tell you about, like, you know, if they haven't been married by the age 30, why? Why have they been married by age 30? You know? What did she do in her 20s? Those are prerequisites. You gotta see what's up with that. See, it's very important for a man to find out a woman's past, just as it's important for a woman to find out what a man's future is. She's always asking questions about your current and future goals, right? Because she's trying to see her lifestyle with you. You're sharing your life with her, and she's trying to see long term that if she can, you know, be with you and be successful and be stable and, you know, raise a family and things like that. Now, before you settle down with this woman and invest in her, you're trying to see what her past is like. You see what I'm saying? You want to know how, you know, if she's promiscuous, if she's hedonistic, is she solipsistic, is she, you know what I'm saying, predatory? You know what I'm saying? Does she have, you know, any children? You know what I mean? Because you're not trying to, you know, stepfather and things like that, unless, you know, she adopted an orphan or some shit like that. But whatever, you get what I'm saying, right? But you're trying to find out what her past history is, because you're not trying to marry a promiscuous slut or a thot or a ratchet ass whore. You want a woman who's chaste and mild, who doesn't, you know what I'm saying, that hasn't slept with a lot of guys. And let's face it, the younger she is, the less likely or possibility there is for her to have a large promiscuous past. But the older she is, the more proclivity or chance there is that she has. You know what I'm saying? So we're interested in a woman's past. They're interested in our future. You know what I mean? And that's the balance of it. But you have to be very good at selection. And it's hard, man. It's not easy. I got a lot of experience. And, you know, women are very good at hiding shit. They're very good at putting on a veil or a mask. If they're crazy, if they're vindictive, they're spiteful, shit like that. You really gotta, that's why, you know, you gotta take a minimum, I would say, 2 years, man, before you even think about getting married or getting very serious with a woman, because you just don't know who a person is until you really spend some time with them. I would say a 2-year minimum. There's no need to rush things. You know what I mean? Women, on the other hand, you know, they're time conscious. I told you, they got about a good 11, 12 years to get it right. From 18 to 29, 30, that's their time to get a husband, because that's their zenith of their youth, their beauty, and their fertility, right? They also become emotionally mature at 32. So the wall is around 30 for them. For us, we don't become mentally mature around 43, and we get better over time. You know, that's the balance. You know, the universe gave them a yoni, you know, a vagina, and beauty, so they got the power with sex. But the universe gave us what? You know what I'm saying? We come back on the end of being productive and creative and valuable, you know, over time. That's why we mature later at 43. We get better with age, as long as we apply ourselves and apply the principle I tell you: divinity, health, purpose, then women, you know, things like that. You see what I'm saying? So that's the balance. They got the power over sex. We got the power over what? We have the power over relationships. So in the end, they kind of need us, and with us, it's more so of a desire or a want. You know what I mean? We pick and choose who we marry and who we develop relationships with. They only have the power over They only have the power over who they sleep with. That's about it. So that's the balance, man. I didn't make it this way. The universe did. Don't get mad at me. But fellas, man, be aware of a woman's scorn, man. And I'm gonna end it with that, man. Go ahead and grab the book, How to Be a High Value Man, The Blueprint to Successful Women. It's on Amazon. You know what I'm talking about? Get the audio book, get the paperback, just order it. Guys, you know, I'm still doing consultations. I got one to do now. I'm still doing consultations. You can still, you know, hit me up on Instagram with a DM and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, share, subscribe. Like my shit, share my shit, subscribe to my shit, and comment on my shit. You know what I'm saying? Let's run this channel up to 2K. Ain't nobody else doing it like me. Giving you spirituality, giving you facts and red pills and psychology and history and knowledge of self, blah, blah, blah. You know, on this platform about women. Ain't nobody giving it up like that. So, fuck with your boy. Holla. 2K. See you guys next time. Love. Peace. Yo.
niggas just can't believe them. A lot of people did me wrong, guess all the look back ain't easy. I'ma make sure my mama right and make sure my whole fam eating. Don't get blocked by them dollar signs, they say it's the root of all evil. I'ma holler back in traffic, dog, I really wanna hear myself thinking. It's been a lot going on, and I ain't even made to the weekend. I'ma spend it all tonight, dog, and run it back up by the weekend. She tryna get on my bad side, show her Mike Jack, then beat it. Think we just made it to halftime, I planted field goal, then eat it. I think I nutted, don't ask why, I was in the moment one thinking. I know I had a couple past lives, I don't think it